What are my top 10 of 2021? Plus honorable mentions. Stay tuned and find out.
And here we go.
And what is good, my fellow film fiends? Welcome to a special video. This is more like a celebration of sorts of an absolute fantastic year in film. So this video, I'll be giving out my top 10 of the year, including honorable mentions. And it's about 20 honorable mentions. That's right, you heard me. 20 honorable mentions. And then, it's 100 up, 100 down. I saw 100 films this year. Give or take, maybe a little more than 100. It was a little goal of mine, and I saw a lot of good ones. And I had to show these films some love. So, like I said, it's a celebration. And let's get started with the honorable mentions. At number 30, I have Boss Level. Interesting concept. Seen it before. Still did enough well for me to enjoy it. And at 29, I have In the Heights. Really enjoyed this amazing musical, to say the least. And at 28, I have Cruella. Surprised me. Was not expecting it to be anywhere as good as it was. And at number 27, I have Last Night in Soho, which not as good as I wanted, but still did enough for me to enjoy it. And at number 26, I have Nobody, which is the first film I actually saw in theaters this year. So kudos. At number 25, I have Belfast, which is possibly one of my favorite scripts of the year. And at number 24, I have Ghostbusters Afterlife. Lived up to its predecessor, so enough said of that. And on number 23, I have Zack Snyder's Justice League. It did everything that we needed to do. And at number 22, I have Licorice Pizza. A problematic film as far as the concept goes, but very charming indeed. And at number 21, I have King Richards, which is possibly Will Smith's best performance in years, if not ever. And at number 20, I have Don't Look Up. Was not expecting this from Leonardo, but it gave me the laughs. And at number 19, I have Wrath of Man. Oh my God. Love this film. Absolutely loved it. And at number 18, I have The French Dispatch. I wasn't sure what to expect from it, and it delivered, definitely. And at number 17, I have Spencer. Probably the most haunting portrayal I've seen in a while, but Kristen Stewart knocked it out the park. And at number 16, I have Judas and the Black Messiah. After all these months, it still ranked pretty high. That should say enough for itself. And at number 15, I have The Suicide Squad. Second DC film on this list. Amazing. And at number 14, I have Demon Slayer Mugen Train, which is a little different than most people are used to, but loved it. At number 13, I have Coda, which is, wow, talk about heartfelt. And at number 12, I have A Quiet Place 2. Did everything the first one did and then some. Enough said. And at number 11, I have No Time to Die. Almost made my top 10, and honestly, I'm surprised it didn't, but it should tell you how good my top 10 films are. And now let's get on to my top 10 films of the year. It's a special one, man. Great films. And at number 10, I have Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. Yeah, this film, it really surprised me. I was not expecting it to be anywhere as good as it was. I saw the trailers and I'm like, is Marvel really gonna push it as they should? And they did. It's real martial arts, the father and son dynamic. Loved every second of it. I'm a sucker for those type of films. And Shang-Chi's one of my favorite MCU films to date. Yeah. And at number 9, I have a film that I'm surprised it's in my top 10 because I was fighting for it, but with all the films I've seen this year, I didn't think it would make it, but it did. And at number 9, I have The Night House. Easily my favorite horror film of the year. Rebecca Hall's performance, oh my God, she did her thing, and this concept was insane. and at times it jumps from different genres, but at the end it ties everything perfectly together. Mind blown, to be honest. And at number 8, I have 9 Days. Winston Dukes in Baku. I didn't know he had this performance in him. Absolutely blown away. Wow. And once you realize the real concept behind it, why the director, even made this film, it's even that much more mind blowing. I'm big on originality, and Hollywood loves to do remakes, reboots, continuations. Matrix Resurrection, I'm talking to you. But seeing original concepts like this really, really, really makes you love film. So yeah, that's why it's number 8. And at number 7, I have West Side Story. Steven Spielberg, yeah, he didn't lose a step, man. With as many years he's been in this game, and to still be having films like this come out is absolutely mind blowing. I understand this is a remake, which I was just talking about in the previous film, of 1961's West Side Story, and it won all these awards and accolades. I won't be surprised if this film does the exact same thing. The singing on here was top notch, man. And at number 6, I have Spider-Man No Way Home. What more can I say about this film? I pretty much did 2 videos about it. Tom Holland's most emotional and dynamic and grand film to date. Seeing what we saw, nostalgia at its finest. I can't keep gloating about this film anymore. It's just that good, easily that good. And at number 5, I have Dune. It was my most anticipated film of the year. It didn't quite hit number 1, but it was pretty damn good, to say the least. Such complex storytelling. Yeah, I cannot wait for part 2. And knowing what I know about part 2 is just gonna be that much grander. Man, Dennis, like the scope that he shot this film is insane. The cinematography, mind blowing. Oh my god, the twists and turns. Yeah, Dune was that great. And at number 4, I have Tick Tick Boom. Andrew Garfield, man. Andrew Garfield. Put some respect on his name, because he killed it in this role. And it's probably the film that resonated the most with me out of any film I've seen this year. The concepts that they tackled here, it's yeah, and it will leave you emotional once you realize where the story is going. So Tick Tick Boom at number 4 really, really earned that spot. And now we're in my top 3. And at number 3, another legend in this game, Ridley Scott with The Last Duel. This film is really more about perspectives. One person saying one thing and it's actually being seen a different light. And the concept and how they shot this film is amazing. And the film is called The Last Duel, so much build up is done in this film for this last duel. And to the, like, if it's not done correctly, this film will crumble. And they knocked it out the park. Oh my god, Adam Driver, Matt Damon. But honestly, my favorite role probably has Ben Affleck. I've never seen him in this type of role before, and yeah, he was great. At number 2 now is probably the film that spent in the number 1 spot the longest out of any film I've seen this year, and that's Pig. I give Nicolas Cage a lot of crap for his roles that he picks. They're clearly money grabs, IRS got to pay the bills, I guess. But this one he tried. He actually did a lot more than try. Easily my favorite performance by any actor, actress this year. Man, such a plain, some simplistic story, but just layered so well, man. And once you really find out the real meaning behind things in this film, it'll wreck you. It will definitely wreck you. And talking about wreck you, man, my number 1 film this year, easily my number 1 film this year is Come On, Come On. Joaquin Phoenix one of the best, if not the best, actors of working right now. This concept, this screenplay, oh my god, this screenplay, one of the best screenplays I've seen in a while. I believe Mike Wells is his name. This, I'm not sure if this is his first film, but it's one of them. It's insane. And what really blew my mind is the child actor that they have here. His name is escaping me. I'm terrible with names. You will realize this, but he upstaged Joaquin Phoenix, man, and I didn't think that was possible. Oh my god, man, this film really, it wrecked me at times, and I'm not gonna tell you if I shed a tear or two. That's for me to know and for you to never find out. So yeah, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Such interesting concept, intricate storytelling. It has so many moving pieces that it's, yeah, I'm getting chills just talking about it. But yeah, that was my number one film this year. Come on, come on. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My top 10 films of 2021. This is easily one of my favorite years of film in a very, very long time. And we needed it after the year we had last year. And that's the reason why I have 20 honorable mentions. It's just my way of showing love to as many films as possible. Like I said, I made it a goal to see 100 films this year, and I accomplished it. And out of the 100, majority of them, I loved, man, and really shows me why I love cinema. And yeah, so that's my top 10 list. Make sure you drop yours down in the comment. I'm interested to see what your top 10 is. And yeah, 2022 is gonna be a big year. I have a lot of plans. And if you're not listening to the film wrap up podcast I have with the homie, the rap nerd J Soul, what are you doing with your life? Give it a listen. You won't be disappointed. And yeah, and happy New Year's, everybody, and to a wonderful 2022. I'm out.